Storm Baker doubles. Getting ready to start the Stepladder finals here. And what a great show this should be. Your top 4 teams, number 1 seed Jordan Bowerly and Christian Luna, plus 134. They ran away with qualifying here. Your number 2 seed Alexa Escamilla and Trevor Thompson at plus 51. They were tied in qualifying with J.C. Smith and Mike and Habegger. But the tiebreaker went to the high game, and that was the team of Escamilla and Thompson with that. And your number 4 seed shooting at 246 to go from 12th to 4th was Donnie Sutton and Nathan Dance. And, man,
that's some big-time bowling right there.
That was impressive. That was impressive. Just missing the top 4 in 5th place was Nicholas Cherub and David Price at 11:36. They shot 196. Remember we talked about they needed to be in that 220, 230 range? Yeah. If they were in there,
they would have been in.
They would have been in. So we kind of thought that as we moved forward, but again, we talked about shooting a big number, and a big number was 230 plus, could really change or your standings or positions within the qualifying portion of the event. They bowled 6 games. Now, on this Baker style, you'll have both participants bowling part of a 10-frame game. One teammate will bowl on the left lane, the other on the right. There is a little bit of strategy involved here. Who do you want to finish the game? Who do you want to start the game? That'll determine what lane that particular person will bowl on. The higher seed will have lane choice. Will they want to start the match or finish the match first? I always preferred to, in my mind, I wanted to finish the match first if I could.
Put the pressure
I wanted
on
to
your
post
opponent.
the number. So it'll be interesting to see what the team of Habegger and Smith will decide here. They get so many shots on each lane, and from that they'll determine who they want to bowl on what lane. So a lot of strategy involved here when it comes to Baker bowling. To me, it's the true team form of bowling because not one person can carry the load in any type of Baker format.
Yeah, you both have to bowl well, carry the weight, as they say. And, it's the same way the 5-man Baker. That's how you know you have a really good team, is if you can score well in Bakers. And
if there was one thing I felt like the USBC could bring back, and that's the World Team Challenge.
Bowled that once, and it was so much fun. It was hard, but it was fun.
Very hard, but man, that was a lot of fun to bowl back in the day. And
yeah, they ran it like a collegiate tournament, kind of, where you bowled, I don't remember how 16 games or whatever that was, and then if you made the cut, it was all Baker in match play.
Of course, and there was a lot of money spent in those.
I remember seeing brackets when we bowled them, like, they're winning that much?
My goodness.
I wasn't putting money in brackets like that. But no, I mean, those were the days when you had all those guys that refused to go out on tour because there was so much more money in the amateur side.
Well, and then there were stories of really good teams throwing off so they could bowl the next one rather than – because once you qualified for the finals, you couldn't bowl any more of them.
Nope.
And there was rumors of a lot of teams that were really stacked would throw off because they wanted to bowl these tournaments for brackets every week.
And they would make the finals in one of the last ones. And
want to thank Storm Bowling for their contributions to make this broadcast possible, and Storm a big part of high school bowling, and want to thank them for helping us out. And I'm hearing that the winners of this will get to pick a Storm ball of their choice. So pretty good deal there.
I believe they get some sort of coupon they can take to their pro shop, and then they get whatever they want, which is an awesome deal.
Again, want to thank you watching here on Savage Bowling TV. Scott Gilmore, Chad Lester here in the broadcast booth. I know, Chad, you posted in the chat a link to a new youth tournament series that John Bowerly is helping organize, and that you could go to bowlindy.org, and you can go find out on the youth series. I want to thank John for taking some time to sit in the booth here with us to go over that, and I know got to be exciting, especially an exciting opportunity for the youth to be able to participate in events nearby.
Sure.
Plus, each of them have the junior gold option with it, so that's a great thing too. As you had alluded to earlier in the telecast, that how many players participated in junior gold here that Arrowhead hosted for a full week. Unbelievable number of kids. And it really takes 2 weeks for them to do it because they have the U21s or U20s bowling the week prior before all the other divisions bowl. Just an amazing show of support from all these kids. And
not only is it good for the center and it's good for the sport, it's also good for our local economy. In the same way as, in Indianapolis, Anderson hosted junior gold as well.
I can't remember how many thousands of entries they had participate in that week.
Total 4,000 or 5,000 maybe. I don't know. It's quite a bit.
It is unbelievable. All right, bowlers have finished their practice here.
They're going through some strategy here off to my right. They're trying to figure out who's going to start and who's going to finish. I don't know if this is a coach talking to him.
Or a parent.
Or a parent coach. But they would have lane choice, so that's what they're trying to figure out. Because, some kids don't realize the strategy that goes into this, even on the single side.
I think, here's my opinion. I would want to bowl on the lane I felt most lined up to, regardless if I was going to finish or start the match.
Yep.
Because if you're going to finish the match on 4 and I'm not lined up on 4, I don't want to hurt the team.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so there's multiple things to look at here.
Larry,
they're going to start.
Yeah, Larry, our new commissioner for Indiana High School Bowling, leading the charge here. And it takes an immense amount of volunteers to put these events on, and it really going to be exciting to see how Larry impacts Indiana High School Bowling. Now Nathan Dance, first shot of the mat. Oh, a beautiful shot here on lane 3 with a strike. Two-hander throwing the purple hammer. And now your first look here at J.C. Smith.
And they've bowled solid all day.
Yeah, comes in light, leaving just the 2-pin. Yeah, they had a really solid day of bowling. Their low game, Chad, was only 177, 194, 225, 213, 217, 225. Pretty consistent.
Yeah, very consistent.
Ooh, just enough to touch the 2. And now here's Mike and Habegger, and what a solid game this young man has. Oh, look at that.
Throws pins everywhere.
Plenty of ball, good balance at the foul line, real solid game. And now here's Donnie Sutton. I believe Donnie goes to, trying to figure this out, both these players, Nathan Dance and Donnie Sutton, Beech Grove High School and New Palatine. Two-hander, another purple hammer. Comes in light, flat 10. J.C. Smith and Mike and Habegger South Perry Meridian and Roncalli. Your high school is represented here. And don't be surprised, we're going to see a few of these participants
Down
at the state finals. You can mark that down. Trevor Thompson already was in the state championships this past season. Good spare there for Donnie.
Yeah, you definitely have to feel that this is a preview for what we could see in February.
Now Nathan Dance will step back up on lane 3, working on a spare. All square after 2 frames. Comes in light. Oh, 5-pin. He's playing a real deep inside line, Chad, with that purple hammer.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have carry down.
Typically, you don't play
that deep
with a urethane ball. You typically see them playing straighter angles outside of the lane.
But hey, this got them this far.
Well, they had a huge Game 6 to get into the Stepladder finals. 246. Good cover there.
Don't want to miss that pin.
One pin lead here now for the team of Smith and Habegger. And nice great shot there from JC. You had alluded to the shirts that both Mike and JC are wearing. There were, you said, was that Indiana, Kentucky?
Yeah, those are Masters and Queens shirts.
Masters and Queens.
I'm not sure if they were actually participants in. Were they participants? Yeah. So yeah, they were participants in the Indiana, Kentucky All-Stars. So that's what those shirts are from.
11-pin lead now for Mike and JC. Mike can make it 21 with a strike here in the 4th. Oh, nice beautiful shot. Real solid game. And I like the flat persona. Just no high, no low, even keel, all business. That's right. Now Donnie Sutton working on a spare here. Needing a strike to cut back into that deficit. Right lane. Oh, beautiful shot. See, he's playing much farther out.
Yeah.
Solid game there, too. All 4 players. Good physical games, and that's where you start. People ask me, if you're going to teach a young person how to bowl, I work from the foul line back to the approach, start of the approach. You can have a good physical game. You'll be able to execute down lane. Now Nathan Dance, strike working in the 4th.
Not as deep. The ball came in high.
He's got a little softer speed than his teammate. Comes in high, leaving just the 4-7. Spare here, conversion will give him 79 in the 4th. Good solid cover there. I like the demeanor of all 4 players.
Not getting too excited.
Nope.
This team strikes here, and then
you can really put some pressure on right now.
Put some pressure on the other team to start striking themselves. Nice shot.
Great shot. Really solid adjustment there by JC off the light hit where she left just the 2-pin. Looked like she's moved a little bit right.
squared up some.
Tightened her angles up a little bit. And she's thrown back-to-back solid strikes here for their team. And now Mikan can make it 5 in a row.
Ooh, it's gotta hurry.
Oh, there's plenty of hand there for a Yahtzee.
Yeah, he got all of that one.
You wouldn't tell if he had 1 in a row or 5 in a row right there by that expression. You love it. And they are out in front now. And Mr. Sutton here needs to keep doing what he's been doing. Another strike. Don't get too far ahead of yourself here. Right lane, 6th frame.
Looks pretty good.
Good release.
Slapped out that 10 pin.
Solid.
I think Nathan's just thinking, man, I wish I could help.
He just has to focus on hitting their mark. Ah. Oh, yeah, we did have an error there. Larry fixed it, so we have Bluffton and Huntington North. I thought that was wrong, but I guess you can call me Ron Burgundy. I read whatever's on the teleprompter. Comes in light. Good solid shot there. Just not the pin reaction he needed. Flat 10. I'll blame Larry for the error, not me. I just read what's sitting in front of me.
I told him when I was in there earlier, I was like, we'll get you trained.
Yeah.
They all just started laughing.
Yeah. It's never my fault, Chad. That's what I tell my wife all the time. It's never my fault.
I didn't do it.
No, we know that's wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Big spare here for Nathan.
Oh, no.
And he didn't like it off his hand.
Yep.
He misses the 10 pin in the 7th.
You know, to me as a two-hander, if I was a two-hander, like a 7 pin or a 10, well, 7 pin in our case since we're left-handed, would be hard. Just because of the way the ball's coming off the hand.
Well, even
it's hard to just straighten it out.
Yeah. Well, the best two-hander in the world throws plastic in his spares.
Yeah.
All right, now the team of Smith and Habegger in the driver's seat, and another fabulous shot from JC.
You got to figure the strategy that they come up with is obviously working.
Absolutely. Now, Mike in here, 6-bagger working 8th frame.
Oh.
Came in. Saw that ball
Yeah.
kind of squirt just a little bit down lane. Didn't quite pick it up where he wanted it to. Fortunate to leave just the 2 and not the two-way 10. Make your spare here and you're
in the driver's seat.
Of course, the team of Thompson and Escamilla down practicing on the practice pair, 15 and 16. They're going to come up next.
It's like a lefty and a righty.
And Tristan, he can rev the ball quite a bit. He'll throw it hard. And now Donnie Sutton here. Must strike situation here in the 8th.
He's been
and
solid
he's
this
done
game.
Nothing but strike.
Yeah.
And we know Nathan can too. You don't shoot 246
No.
without both players striking. Needs to make maybe just a little bit of an adjustment here in the 9th frame. This would force the team of Smith and Habegger to perform in the 9th. Great shot. Looked like he moved just a hair bit right, a little more firm the bottom. Good shot there from Nathan.
Well, that's when I noticed on the week 10 on the previous frame, his speed was up.
Now Smith can lock the match up here with a strike. 217 out there for the team of Sutton and Dan's. Strike here would put JC and Mike in the 220s. Oh, and another great shot from JC. Ho-hum. 3 great shots back to back from her. She hasn't missed since the first frame where she came in light and left the 2-pin. She made her adjustment, Chad, and she's been rock solid.
Yeah. Looks good. Oh.
Mike might have to make a little bit of a move here. Now, he's starting to see maybe a little bit of Nathan's urethane going down the lane here.
Yeah, he's going to have to watch that going forward in the next match.
And the odd thing is the move might be going farther left and catch some of that hold that Nathan has created in the middle part of the lane.
Yeah, because you got to figure if you move right, there's going to be more over-under.
That's one thing, the urethane, it'll burn up the fronts and push everything down lane. But what it does do, it will create a little bit of hold down lane. See what kind of adjustment Mike might make here off that last shot there.
And that's what's nice here is they got the match in hand and he can try something if he wants. It did look like it was a little bit deeper.
A little bit deeper, but I think he tried to get a little more on that. Really stayed behind the ball well. A little more forward roll. Great shot, 249 your score.
Great game. And these guys have nothing to be upset about. I mean, they fought all day and they had a great game just to get here. And the game they're going to end up with here is not a bad game. I mean, they just
not at all.
Went up against a team that was locked in.
Well, anytime you can shoot 240 to go from 12th to 4th, you can't you can't be disappointed from that standpoint. Both Donnie and Nathan have bowled solid. And Donnie here, he just hasn't missed.
No. I think you leave him on this lane all day, he'll shoot 300 if he was bowling an individual game.
Well, he left a flat 10 in the second, and other than that, it has been strike city. Another great shot.
Yeah.
217 your finish there.
They finished 4th for the day.
Are they bowling 2 game total pins?
It must be 2 game total pins. I did not know that.
Ah. Might help if we know the format.
I guess. I was trying to look for it. Couldn't find it. It would probably, I said that earlier when Larry was talking. I said, did he say 2 game total pins? If we were listening completely, we would know.
Well, that was a huge finish there by Donnie Sutton in the 10th frame to get all 3 strikes and cut that deficit to 32. Now, Lycan will lead off, and now JC will finish the game here for the match in game 2. Oh, great shot there. I will say the one thing about high school bowling, these young kids are so prepared as they move up in the ranks to go to college or to start bowling in adult events. They're just so prepared, both physically and mentally.
Yeah, much more than our generation was.
Oh,
we didn't have a lot to bowl in as youth, though. I mean, they have so much to bowl in, and it's awesome for them.
Yeah. When I finished my youth career, that was just the infancy of the TKO events, and the opportunities now for the youth. So many opportunities, and it's great because it helps grow the sport.
And they can go out and bowl something every weekend if they want to, pretty much. I mean, and there's all kinds of scholarship opportunities out there where we didn't have that.
Well, and now they have the luxury of even participating in adult events that offer the scholarship money.
Yeah.
Now Nathan Dance here on the left lane. Oh, great shot.
Yeah.
Weird pin carry there, leaving the 8 pin.
Fortunate.
He has moved right. Kind of tightened his angles up a little bit. I like the move.
Yeah, fortunate that that 10 pin fell.
Would have been an awful break.
And
Now
you're already down. So.
Yeah, the pins carry over here. Good cover. Now, can JC keep things going?
It's up a little bit.
No. Yeah, looks like she might have just missed it at the bottom there.
Yeah. Hit the lane a little bit earlier than normal.
2-5 here for JC. Good spare. Keep the lead at 1 pin here in this game. Up 33 for the match. Oh, trips the 4.
Yeah.
Another solid shot from Mike in there in the 3rd. Now can Donnie Sutton get back on the strike train here in the 3rd frame for their team.
That's good. Oh, hit it.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
Messenger comes
Nice
back
shot.
and tomahawks the 10 out. Great break there. It's one thing you have to really start watching the urethane is how it starts going through the pins.
Yeah, that ball kind of deflected instead of continually rolling through the pins.
Now strike working for Nathan here. 4th frame. Down 33 for the match. That needs to hook.
Oh,
good break there as pin comes from the side and takes the 10 out, leaving just a 1-2-4.
Good cover.
Nice conversion there on the spare. Never easy when you're so many ways to chop the 1-2-4 or miss the 1-2-4. Good cover there by Nathan, and now JC with an opportunity to build on the lead here in the fourth frame. Strike working in the third. Much better roll on that ball.
Oh, get out of there.
Terrible break.
No kidding.
7-8. I thought she had a lot better roll on that ball than the previous.
Yeah, she did.
Kind of weird pin reaction there.
Well, just shoot it like you're shooting the 4-pin, and hopefully it's got a shot. Oh.
Ooh. Open frame in the fourth frame. Now Mike in here, trying to pick up JC here in the fifth.
Oh.
Ooh.
He liked it, and then he kind of was like,
Just pushed back past the break point. Now he's got the bucket.
not an easy spare either.
Now you kind of feel like it's important here to make this to keep the momentum a little on your side.
Yeah, because you don't want to miss this one, because Nathan and his partner is filling frames. And they can chip away.
He's going to hook at it.
Oh, gosh.
He misses it. Back-to-back open frames for Mike and JC. 76 and the fifth. Here's the interesting thing here, Chad. With a strike in the fifth and sixth,
They're right back
the
in this
team of
match.
Sutton and Dans can take the lead by one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it comes in light. 7-pin.
He really wanted to strike there, you can tell. Gotta make this. Needs a hook.
He's got a hook.
Oh.
Oof. Oof.
And I'm not even one bowling.
Yeah, I look more nervous than he did.
Yeah.
Now, big shot here for Nathan. One, you can get this match down to 10 pins, but two, good shot here and a strike, maybe build some confidence for the rest of the game. It's close.
Got a chance. Get out of there.
Ah, flat, another flat 10.
You
Pin,
just,
pin carry not going their way
no,
right now.
no.
We'll hit the pocket 5 times in 6 frames and have 1 strike.
And Nathan's close. But yet so far away, it seems like.
Good spare there.
This time.
Remember, the last time he shot at that, he missed it. That was a solid spare there for him. Give him a little bit of confidence. And now, let's see what kind of adjustment JC makes here in the 6th frame. Yet to strike in this game.
Hope she tugged it. Get a rough one.
Oh, fortunate to leave just the 9.
Maybe got a little bit too fast there.
Only an 11-pin lead in the match.
Their lead is getting chipped away here. I'm looking at Nathan over here to our left, and he's got a resin ball out. I wonder who's going to make the switch.
Well, regardless of what you do,
You got to fill the frame.
you got to be fully committed
Yeah.
to your decision. And now, coming off an open frame in the 5th where he missed the bucket, now Mikan stepping up here in the 7th. Oh,
Nice
great shot.
Way to come back.
Solid effort there. Now it's in the hands of Donnie and Nathan here.
A double would be ideal here.
Down 21 in the match. They can cut it back to 11 with a strike here in the 7th.
Good shot, yes.
Late.
Got it.
Late kick of the 7 there. Looked like the 5-pin did its job.
Well, Nathan's sticking with the purple. He had another ball in his hand.
Very risky to make the change
is.
this late.
Yeah.
You have to be fully committed to
Because
it.
that's a big change. A lot of bad things can happen.
Oh,
nice
great
shot.
shot and a solid 10. Oh,
He just can't.
he can't buy a break right now.
It's frustrating. I know. We've all been there.
Yeah, I love the adjustment speed-wise. I felt
Mhm.
like he made there. A little bit firmer. Ball held line. Also held a lot of power. Just unfortunate. No luck on the 10-pin. All right, make your spare. A lot can happen here in 2 frames. Good cover. Okay, our first match here, the Stepladder Finals. Your 3 and 4 seeds. Winner will take on Alexa Escamilla and Trevor Thompson. JC comes in a little high, fortunate to leave just the 3-pin. Wastes no time and makes
Good
it.
spare.
Good solid cover there. Still a 12 and 11-pin lead for Mikan and JC here in the overall match. They're down 21 here in game number 2, but ahead by 11 in the match. 2 frames to go. 9th frame here for Mikan, left lane.
And a lot can happen in these 2 frames. Looks good.
And, 10-pin.
That's a little bit of an open door.
I like the position that JC and Mikan are in. You control your own destiny at this point.
That's right.
This is shaping up, Chad, where we could have a tie in the match. Good cover. Good solid spare. All right, 135 in the 8th for the team of JC Smith and Mikan Habegger. And now Donnie Sutton here. Huge shot in the 9th, foundation frame.
Must strike. Uh-oh, he tugged it.
Oh, and he comes in high, misses left. 2, or excuse me, the 3, 6, 10. not only do you want to strike, but you also lose pin count in a very tight match. It's going to come into the hands of J.C. Smith here for their team in the 10th frame. Good cover. All right, 204, the possible score for the team of Donnie Sutton and Nathan Dance. That would give them 421. That would force Smith to get at least 173, just a mark. Actually, she would need the mark in the 10th frame. So a huge shot here for Nathan Dance. Oh, great shot. He moved right,
Yeah,
Chad.
a lot right. And that's probably the best shot he's thrown some pretty good shots, this whole match. But as far as the way the ball finished, it's probably the best one.
Needs a push.
Back door. No.
All right. All right. Spare here, 194. That would give them 411. All right, 411.
Still needs a mark, right?
Needs a 162. Yes, it has to mark here in the 10th frame. Mark wins it.
Good shot.
Great
Way
shot
to wrap
off
it
her
up.
hand. Boy, there's a whole lot of skill involved in that shot right there.
After a couple shaky frames, she pulled it together and threw an excellent shot.
A lot of moxie there shown by J.C. Smith there in the 10th frame. Now, still isn't over yet. That's enough. They're going to shoot at least 175, Chad. That's going to put them at plus 24. So they're going to win.
By 13.
And it came down to a clutch shot in the 10th by J.C. Smith. They will win at 424 to 411. They'll advance to take on the number 2 seed, Alexa Escamilla and Trevor Thompson. You're watching the Indiana High School Bowling Storm Baker Doubles here on Savage Bowling TV. We'll be back with match number 2 right after this. All right, Trevor and Alexa are finishing up their warm-up shots here on the championship pair, lanes 3 and 4 here in one of the nicest centers in the state of Indiana you'll find at Mike Aulby's Arrowhead Bowl here in Lafayette. Scott Gilmore, Chad Lester here in the broadcast booth. We had an exciting match number 1 where J.C. Smith and Mike and Hobegger won 424 to 411 over the team of Donnie Sutton and Nathan Dance, and it came right down to the 10th frame.
It did, and after that first match, it looked like they were going to run away with it, and boy, how things can change, though, right?
That's right. Now, Trevor and Alexa getting warmed up here, and like we said earlier, a lot of strategy involved because whoever you have, who do you want to bowl the 10th frame and what game and what lane are you lined up on will determine what you do. When it comes to 2-game total pin matches, give me the lane I'm better on.
Yeah.
I'll worry about
Yeah.
when I finish, where I finish, right? Because, one, you have to have faith in your teammate to make adjustments over a 2-game stretch in order to give your team a chance to win.
Here's another thing. Do they have the option of switching lanes the second game? I don't know what the rules are.
I think they just keep following the...
Yeah.
You keep following the arrows at that point. I want to thank everybody for watching. Again, here on Savage Bowling TV, the official voice of Indiana High School Bowling. Look at this. I get a fresh sheet after every match.
Even though you don't have to write them down.
I know. I don't even have to write them down. Again, we want to thank Storm, the Bowlers Company, for all of their contributions for today's tournament. I want to thank everyone at Indiana High School Bowling for allowing Chad and myself to broadcast all of the Indiana High School Bowling events throughout the season. We'll be back in February of 2024 for the Indiana High School State Finals. Then we'll have All-State after that.
March 9th, I believe, is the date.
And then in June, we'll have the Indiana-Kentucky All-Stars. So a full slate of high school bowling here on Savage Bowling TV. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. We'll have more than just high school bowling. We'll also have all of the state events, Senior Masters, Indiana Scratch Classic, Indiana State Masters, Indiana Queens. We'll also plan on being at the 2024 Indiana USBC Hall of Fame ceremonies.
We had to miss this year's. We won't miss next year.
Yeah, felt bad. Trent Marner was elected. And, happy for him.
Yeah, we'll be in Anderson, Indiana for high school state finals this year. All states in Kokomo. Middle school, we have that one that we'll do too, which is just a live stream for them. But that's in Kokomo as well. It looks like we're gonna get started.
Trevor Thompson will start the match here on the left lane. Oh, great shot.
He throws it so well. Long, high backswing. Should be a pretty good match.
No change here for Mike and JC. They're going to stay on their respected lanes. Just a pinch high, leaving the 4-pin here. Definitely with 2-game total pin matches, you're going to see a lot more changes to the lanes, and a lot of players are going to have to make more adjustments.
Yeah.
Mike will anchor game number 1. JC will anchor game number 2. Oh, solid 10. Great shot there from Mike.
Just ripped the rack.
This is a true co-ed Baker doubles here.
It is.
Solid spare, and now our first look at Alexa here in the match on the right lane. Another talented young female bowler. Trevor and Alexa go to West. We'll go to Avon and Charlestown, respectively. There's Alexa, right lane, working on a strike.
Oh. This team was in second most of the day, weren't they?
They were
second or third, I thought.
Well, they were down there a little ways after game 2. They really struggled in game 2. They shot 171. They went 194, 171. And after 2 games, they were all the way down. Let's see if I can find them here. They were in 9th place. That was the farthest they were down in the standings, and then they shoot 257 game 3, and they never left the top 4, and then just slowly was able to catch the team of J.C. Smith and Mike and Habegger, and then obviously tied them, and then they had the high game of the tournament between the 2 teams, and that's what gave them the 2 seed.
Looks good. Oh.
Ooh. Fortunate to take out the 8-pin, leaving just the 6.
Not sure what he's doing. It looks like an absolute.
Good spare. All right. JC here with the strike to tie the match up.
Needs a hook.
Comes
Swisher.
in light.
Oh.
Ah. 7-pin stands. I know you and I don't like that pin.
Nope.
Right now, JC doesn't either.
Not looking forward to shooting the first one on Wednesday. I know I'm going to miss it.
Way to have confidence, Chad. Now, JC, no time at all. Solid spare. 1-pin lead now for the team of Thompson and Escamilla. Now Mike in here working on 3 straight 9 spares here, 4th frame, lane 3. Ah, great shot there in the 4th.
Hey, if this was no tap, both teams would be tied.
Escamilla, Alexa, she had the kind of a flat 10. Let's see what kind of adjustment, if she makes any at all.
Yeah, she just may not have done it good. Looks better.
Ah, great shot there. Both teams strike in the 4th. 1-pin lead for Trevor and Alexa. Comes in high, leaving the 2-4.
Certainly a choppable spare.
Great
Perfect.
cover.
textbook.
Yeah, that's not one I want to shoot at very often.
No.
Nice cover there by Trevor. Now JC here with a chance to take their first lead in the match here. Fifth frame, working on a strike, right lane.
I'll get again. Get rolling.
Now she leaves the 3-9.
I'm going to guess she's struggling with some timing issues. Maybe her feed's fast.
Wow, great cover.
Yeah. With a spare ball.
Well, I'm not so sure. It's just making sure it's reading the mids. She's come in a little bit light, then she's come in a little heavy.
Arm swing's not as loose as what it was.
It can be, that can cause the arm swing to be.
That's got a hook.
Oh, what a
nowhere.
Wow, did that ball hook. Down lane.
Well, apparently there's not a lot of carry down that far out down lane.
Good thing he caught a mitt full.
Yeah.
And a great shot there for the team of Mikan and JC, and now Alexa. She threw a strike her last shot here in the fourth frame. This match going back and forth. Oh yes,
nice
comes
shot.
in light. And the pins topple over. Great shot there by Alexa.
One pin difference right now.
Back to a one-pin lead. As you would say, both teams exchanging jabs here. Now, can Trevor get the first double in the match? Well, that needs to hook.
Whoa.
Comes in, misses the head pin left. Be 1-3-6. No pin count lost since they were working on a strike. Good cover.
Yeah.
He's made a couple of tough spares. They stay clean. 119 in the sixth. Now it's JC's turn here to get the first double here of the match. On the right lane here, frame 7. They can take a 9-pin lead. That one's left. Oh, what a break.
That time, though.
She knows it.
It counts on the scoreboard.
Not sure what came back out to help the 10 take out the 6. However, they'll take it. Now Mike, and now we got a 3-bagger. And they have a 19-pin lead now. And now Alexa here. Really, Chad, the first pressure shot of the game here for the team of Thompson and Escamilla. That's a great looking shot.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great shot.
That shaped much better than her previous shots.
Real nice ball, and now it's up to Trevor Thompson.
Trevor's getting another ball out of his bag.
He's looking to make a ball change.
Looks like a Zen.
I'm not 100% sure a ball change is necessary. However, his last few shots have been left and right. Now, I would be okay with the ball change if maybe the feel is not where he wants it. Comes in light. Okay. Somehow leaves the 7 pin.
If anything, he knows what that ball's going to do. Maybe he can adjust off of that a little bit. It wasn't exactly dead flush.
No, you'd like to have something a little more responsive, maybe down lane for him there.
Right.
However, the head pin came flying back across in front of the 7. Now, needing to make the spare here. And he does.
Yep.
Good cover. They stay clean through 9. 209 is the finish score, possibly 4. Thompson and Escamilla. .220 pace right now for Smith and Habegger. Much better shot there.
4 or 5, yes.
4-bagger now for JC and Mikan.
And this is the team we saw first game last match.
They got off to a great start in game 1, the previous match here. As you know, it's 2 games, total pins.
As we found out.
A lot can happen in that between games 1 and 2. 10th frame here, left lane. Oh, nice great shot. That's going to put him in the 230s. 248 max score. Oh, another great shot. Boy, he has been solid the back half of this game.
You know, he's making good adjustments, too, because every time he's kind of made bad shots or the lanes have changed, he's made those adjustments to get back to, you know, where he's solid in the pocket. And he's doing it without switching balls. Whether with his hand or with his feet, he's making those adjustments.
Looks like to me he's made a lot more with the hand than he has anything.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell he's getting a lot more of it at the bottom of the swing.
That one he got a little more off the side. Ball squirts a little bit more, but
247.
247.
Well, they had the first game 249 last.
Yeah, 249. So they're on their first game average. Now a big finish here for Escamilla. Just want to try to keep things within striking distance here. She has been solid. Strikes in her last 3 shots. 10th frame. And another great shot. Real pretty game Alexa has. Nice and solid at the foul line.
Yeah, we've now seen her a couple times on our broadcasts. And
good rotation.
Yeah.
You really see the experience and confidence shine right now here in the 10th frame.
Good shot.
Oh, yeah. Boy, Chad, if you watch, she really gets her hand up back of the ball. Really,
a lot of roll.
A lot of forward roll. That's how she's able to control the fronts and her down lane reaction. Solid finish here for Alexa.
They bowled a good game. I mean, it's clean. They shoot 209 if she strikes. And, you know, they're not out of it. The fact that they're filling frames is a good thing.
Pushed a little bit, got
206.
missed in just a hair. 206, solid finish there for Alexa. 41 pin lead going into game number 2 now here for the team of J.C. Smith and Mike and Habegger. Winners will advance to take on the number 1 seed of Jordan Bowerly and Christian Luna. Two players representing Perry Meridian and Ron Colley. Nice to see on a Saturday afternoon when it's nice and warm out. We got about 10 or 11 lanes of open play going on.
It's been steady like that all afternoon too.
Nice to see people out participating in the sport of bowling. And now Alexa start off game number 2, down 41 pins in the match.
Good
Oh,
shot.
solid shot. Boy,
They're not going to go away.
She has been tough. Just love the steady demeanor of all the players. All the highs and lows.
Yeah, nobody's getting frazzled when there are those lows.
Absolutely. That'll go a long way in the sport of bowling.
Sure will. You let your emotions make the best of you, you know.
Now Mike in here for game number 2. He starts
He's
off the way he
locked in.
finished with a strike. He's locked in. That urethane going down the lane won't be such a bad thing as the match if this team is able to stay in and keep going. Now JC working on a strike here. Oh. Flat 10. Is that the 8 pin that kind of fell late there?
It did.
And a good spare. Spare shooting has been solid for all the bowlers here today.
It's been the most impressive. I mean, it proves that they work on their spares.
That's what they always say. Make your spares. You can strike all you want, but
yeah, sometimes, you know, these young players are just too focused on striking and not about making their spares or shooting their spares or practicing their spares.
definitely not these kids.
No.
Now Trevor looking to get a strike here. Oh, great shot. That's his first strike since frame number 1 of game number 1.
And that ball's not quite as angular as the other one, so it's probably a good ball change. When you're not comfortable knowing where the ball's going to go.
Well, when Trevor gets hot, he can strike with the best of them in the high school ranks. Needs to push. Oh, Greek Church for Alexa here in the third. Boy, they had a chance to really
they did.
dig into this lead that JC and Mike can have, but now Alexa just needs to
get 3.
Get 3. If anything, get more than that, you feel fortunate. But get your 3 and move on.
Oh! That bounced that out.
Great effort there.
4's a bonus.
That's absolutely. That's 2 extra pins there.
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like the only way you could really make that would be to go the other direction.
Yeah, well, a lot of people will try it that way. Because they're not going to give up any pins.
Then you could shoot it in the middle between the
I picked it up
6-9.
how she did when we were left-handed, but I shot it for 3 and managed to get the kick out.
Oh, see, he missed in a little bit there.
He's
got that urethane hold going on right now. Now JC can make this a 17-pin lead in this game and extend their overall lead to 58 with the strike here.
That's good.
Oh, solid
yep.
pitch there. Solid strike. All right, Trevor Thompson now back in the 4th frame. Push.
Yeah, he was.
And he got it in.
Yeah. A little bit more direct.
Leaves a 2-pin.
That's fair.
All right, good cover.
See if Alexa can get back on it after a Greek church last frame. That looked better.
Oh, solid 10.
Good shot, though.
Yes. I'm going to say, I didn't think she needed to move at all.
No.
I think she just missed left.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what I would have told myself, that I got this. I'm lined up. Just keep doing what I'm doing here. And unfortunately for Trevor and Alexa, frames are running out.
Yeah.
And a good spare. You know, we've only had, Chad, between all 3 teams that have bowled so far, we've only had, I believe, 2 opens.
Yeah. And, well, one of them was a split, and the other one was the 10 pin.
The 10 pin, yeah. So, I mean, you talk about some
Pretty
solid,
good. That's darn good.
solid bowling here by all competitors. Now Mike working on a double.
Hurry. Oh.
Oh, man.
He's got some room. He's got it in, and he's got it out.
And the ball's doing the right thing.
It is.
Team of Luna and Bowerly warming up now on the warm-up pair. Awaiting the winner of this match as JC comes in a little light, leaving the 2-4. Well, we'll be back in Arrowhead here in just a couple of months for the Indiana Scratch Classic. November 4th and 5th, if I'm...
Yep, we'll be back here on that Sunday.
Yep. We'll bring you the last... Oh, she misses.
Last event of 2023.
Yeah. We'll bring you probably the final qualifying squad on Sunday, and then
all of match play.
All of match play.
We'll be here the weekend before that, but not streaming.
Yeah, for the Boilermaker Classic. Can't believe I let you talk me into this stuff.
You told me to do it, and I have been. But it's gonna be a good tournament.
Well, maybe one day we'll see these competitors and they're bowling in the Boilermaker Classic for their universities. Great shot there by Trevor Thompson. Strike in the 6th.
Yeah, if we didn't have to run the tournament, we'd stream it.
Yeah. Although that is chaotic. If you've never been to a college tournament, it is a madhouse of bowlers and fans and parents.
And food.
Oh, unbelievable how full this place will be. Big shot here. Must strike for Alexa here in the 7th frame. Oh,
nice
great shot. Boy, Chad, she's just made the one mistake. She has been so good. Mikan is on fire right now. I believe he's only missed once in the last 7 or 8 times he's been up to bowl. Oh, great shot there from JC.
Way to come back.
Back on the strike train, double after the open. 126 in the 6th. Strike here for Trevor would give them 122. That would get them within 45 pins. Down 55 right now in the match. Only 3 frames left.
Yeah, they need some help.
First things first, they need to strike. Needs to hook. Oh, what a great break there. Ball comes in light. Headpin takes out the Headpin takes out the 3-9 there. That gets her within 45. Alexa can make it 35 here with a strike in the 9th. Must strike. That looks good. Oh, and it trips the 4.
They're still alive.
There is some life there.
Yeah, they're gonna do their best to stay in this.
Boy, after she leaves the Greek church in the 3rd, she strikes in the 5th, 7th, and 9th. Or excuse me, in the 7th and 9th.
Yeah.
She left a solid 10 in the 5th. She has been solid both games. Now Mikan, who's been on fire, can he continue to strike here in the 9th?
Good.
Oh, a headpin comes across and tomahawks the 10 out.
First time we've seen some emotion out of him today.
That pretty much will lock the match up for JC and Mikan.
Yeah, they're going on to the championship.
JC can strike out for 246.
They keep bowling like this, they're awfully hard to beat. Good shot.
Great shot. You know, and here's the other thing. Trevor strikes out. They shoot 242 plus 48. I mean, that is solid bowling. But not enough, as JC and Mikan are on a roll. Oh,
Good
another
shot.
great shot. Two of her best shots she's thrown in the stepladder final came right there in the 10th frame. That's going to keep them in the 240s here. They're looking at 490 plus here for their 2 games.
Right. Good place to leave that.
244, 491 finish.
It's amazing.
Not much you can do about that if you're
No.
Trevor and Alexa, because
No. They did.
They bowled extremely well.
Oh, that kind of sums up.
6-8 for Trevor. Yeah, he
Just never really got comfortable, I feel. He threw some strikes, but
yeah, he just never had what you would say he was locked in.
right. Oh, gave it a run there.
Give it a run.
Well, good tournament for them.
Absolutely. 206 finish. Back-to-back 206s for a total of 412. But your winners in match number 2, J.C. Smith and Mike Habegger, they will move on to take on number 1 seeds Jordan Bowerly and Christian Luna. We'll have the title match here on Savage Bowling TV right after this short timeout. All right, welcome back here to the broadcast booth. Scott Gilmore, Chad Lester here, bringing you the Indiana High School Bowling Storm Baker doubles. We're in our final match here of this afternoon, and it has been an exciting stepladder final so far, and it's been dominated by the team of J.C. Smith and Mike Habegger, and they're up for a stiff challenge here from the number 1 seed team of Jordan Bowerly and Christian Luna. They have dominated qualifying in this tournament, and they led the field by 83 pins with a total of 1334 for 6 games. Jordan with a 2-handed delivery style, and Christian Luna with a 1-handed, but not your traditional 1-handed style. When we're done here, we'll have the award presentation, and we'll try to get a word with the winners. Christian really cups that wrist and gets a lot on the ball too as well, as the teams are finishing up their warm-ups. And then the challenge will be, what lane do you bowl on? Because right now, Mike and JC are both lined up on their respective lanes. All right, Chad, we're just a couple of games away from deciding or awarding the championship of the Storm Baker doubles here at Mike Aulby's Arrowhead Bowl. And again, want to thank Storm for all their contributions here to make this broadcast possible and this tournament possible. And Storm, a big company that loves the youth, and we appreciate all of their support. Final shots here being thrown, and
Yeah, about 20 minutes from now or so, we'll know who's going to be the champion. This should be a pretty good match.
Larry Zaidman, our new commissioner for Indian High School Bowling will clear out the screens and get our lanes ready for the championship match here. Top seed will get lane choice on where they want to start the match and who will bowl on what lane.
It looks like Christian is going to start.
I didn't watched him practice there on the right lane, and he never really seemed to be lined up on the right lane. He'll start the championship match here on left lane, lane 3.
Oh! That 10-pin moved.
It hit
It maybe spun a little bit, and it's out of range. So
out of range.
They're going to have it reset.
It actually hit the bottom of the pin.
Yeah.
And slid it over about 3 or 4 inches.
Got to reset the pin. We got a member of the staff right behind us who calls that in on their walkie-talkie, but the back end guy's not back there. Thought it was going to be fast. He heard it. He just wasn't back there. That happens.
Need to reassure Christian. No one's trying to ice him here.
Yeah.
Just an unfortunate break there on.
Yeah, that was. I couldn't see it from the angle I was at, but it looked like it was nudged and spun around a little bit.
The 6-pin hit the bottom of the pin, and it just kind of slid it over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sitting off at the angle a little bit, not using your monitor that you have.
If it hits a little bit higher, it goes over.
Yeah.
It just happened to hit
not much
the
higher.
right spot at the bottom, towards the bottom lower half of the pin, and it just moved it straight over. Unfortunate break there for Christian. Now he'll convert the spare. And now JC here on the right lane. Oh, great shot.
Picked up where they left off. And no need for them to switch lanes. They're both lined up on their respective lanes, so.
Yeah, I think at this point,
you stick with the game plan.
Absolutely.
Don't change it.
Oh.
Like they said, it's not broke.
Don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
Now let's see just how lined up Jordan Bowerly is. I think the team of JC and Mikan have showed them that we're not going anywhere. That comes in light, 2-8.
And when you come in like this and you see a team's on a roll like these two are, how do you feel? I mean, you obviously have confidence because you're the #1 seed and you led the tournament by a bunch, but
Well, you know one thing, you're going to have to strike,
yeah.
especially when they're coming off back-to-back
Like
240
240s.
games. That doesn't leave a whole lot of room for error.
But does it cause them to squeeze a little bit? Knowing that, hey, man, every strike counts. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, nobody's been hotter lately than Jordan Bowerly has been
Yeah.
in the ranks of high school bowling.
Pulling out a different ball. Oh, well, it stood this time.
Well, you know coming in that Christian and Jordan knew they had to throw strikes.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to be interesting is if you have situations like what's just happening here for Christian, if those keep coming up, what's that going to do to their strategy? Do you start making some drastic changes in order to figure out how to get 10 pins over?
Yeah, it's not like you can just stay patient when they're just striking like they are. It's like you gotta try something now, whether it's a ball change, moving, whatever.
Well, and
Can't wait.
You really had to utilize the practice you got on the pair before you started.
Yes.
Really try to figure out
Mm-hmm.
and get lined up in a hurry. That's the advantage of being on the pair previously.
Oh yeah, yeah. How many times we don't see the number one seed win? And it's because the pair is so beat up.
The other team's lined up on it.
Yeah, they're lined up on it. They know what's going on.
Solid 8.
They know the tendencies of how it's breaking down, and because there's a lot of feel to it.
Everybody will tell you they'll take the number one seed. You only have to bowl one match, right?
Sure. Makes sense.
However, if the team that came off the previous match is lined up like these two are, then it's very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say this. It's 2 games.
Yeah.
So that does
give them a chance to
helps.
Adjust. But you don't want to get too far down.
You can't afford to.
No.
Well, ball change right away for Jordan.
Oh.
He comes in light. Again. The 4-8.
Not a great start through 4 frames for these guys.
Not when they had no trouble shooting big games in qualifying.
Right.
I mean, a low game of 207.
Better hook. Oh, no. It just got worse.
Jordan has yet to mark in this game. I think he needs something to read the mids, and
We just pulled out a purple hammer.
he might have to go right and
use that purple hammer.
Great
Good
shot.
shot.
Christian's lined up on that left lane. He just hasn't had any luck when it comes to carry. Well, this is when you tell your teammate, listen, trust yourself, trust your decisions. There's a lot of bowling left. Oh, she has thrown 3 absolutely perfect strikes. You know, and here's the thing. bad of a start as Jordan and Christian could have, you're only down 45.
Yeah. You got to look at it as okay, first 5 frames are done.
This game starts now.
Game starts now. Try to whittle away at it as much as you can before you get into the next game. Maybe try to get in within 20.
Of course, your opponents are a stone 8 pin away from the front 6.
Yeah. Right.
So it's not like
it's,
you got to get going right here.
They need help, and they're not getting it.
You just have to, at this point in time, you have to trust your decision and commit.
Let's see what he does with the purple.
Oh, that ball hooks immediately. That is not what he wanted to see.
He's a bit lost.
Well, I watched Christian warm up on that lane, and he didn't have the same reaction he does on lane 3.
We got to spare him. But isn't it in the tournament rules that do they have the opportunity to switch lanes the next game? It's kind of like you. I mean, I don't know. I almost bet not.
I'm gonna guess they have to once they commit.
You have to stay.
They're.
Oh,
Oh, great shot there. You know he's got.
we've seen Mike can do that too, where
Yeah,
it just kind of comes back from way out there.
He's got the same amount of room.
And it's probably a good choice because it's similar styles, similar, you know,
I thought
rubbery
maybe
and stuff like that.
I thought maybe Jordan might play a little straighter with
That's
the,
what I
the
thought he was
urethane.
going to do too.
But actually, he was in a little bit deeper than I expected him to be. Ooh, fortunate to leave just the 4. Because remember, when Donnie Sutton was on that lane, he was just a little bit right of where Jordan laid down. His shot. Now, spare attempt here for JC.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Hey.
Extra paint.
All you gotta do is touch it.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Extra coat of paint on those pins, they used to say.
Big lead now, though, for Mike and JC. Up 54.
Nice shot.
Well, here's a huge shot for Jordan Bowerly. This will tell you all you need to know here.
I mean, this could mean the match too. I mean, it's getting to that point.
What move will he make?
Got deeper.
Oh, great shot.
Good shot. Still didn't hit as flush as I would like, but he struck.
Now, can Christian keep it going?
He didn't like it. Oh, it held.
Oh, and it held. There's some of that hold that Mikan had.
Yeah. Suddenly, they've come to life.
3 in a row now.
But still, we got to see what Jordan does in the next frame. And, you know, if he hits the pocket at least, then we know he's good.
He needs to hold another shot just inside probably her target, leaves a 4-pin. She's been fortunate. She's broken up any potential split opportunities here and leaving just the 4-pin. Good cover there.
Hit it a little bit harder that time.
Yeah, a little more square
Yeah.
that time. All right. That gives a little bit of life to Jordan and Christian, though.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, if Mikan strikes out, if Jordan can figure out a way to get a double, they're only going to be down 20 to 25
right.
pins. Ooh.
Ooh.
First ball that's crept
Yeah.
high for Mikan. Leaves just
Was it
the
a little
10.
bit soft.
Well, he has been solid, though,
All
in
day.
every aspect of his game.
Yeah, he is.
Strike ball, spare ball. I mean, he has been solid. I love the fact that he can take a strike ball and kill it enough and still shoot corner pins with it.
Oh.
All right,
Yeah, there we go.
227 start
Yeah.
for JC and Mikan, and now an even bigger shot here for Jordan
real.
Bowerly in
Yeah.
the 10th frame.
Looks good. Oh.
I thought he got that one in
Yeah,
a
he
little
did.
more than. It's important now to make your spare. You'll only be down 36 pins if he can fill a spare strike here in the 10th frame. Boy, he could have had a chance to get that just down to a 13
Yeah.
pin
They're in it still.
disadvantage. The problem is for Jordan, he's still not lined up.
And that's not good when you have another team who is lined up the way they are.
I think John wanted him to try a different ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what I've seen with the purple, it's going to be enough
No.
to beat the team of JC and Mikan.
Does he have another ball in his hand now?
He made a switch here.
.37-pin lead. I mean, they can make that up, but it all rests on Jordan's shoulders as far as getting lined up. If he can get lined up, they've got a shot.
Well, you know, he comes from a pretty talented line of
Mm-hmm.
bowling family here. Dad, John Bowerly, extremely talented player. Bowled professionally there for a while. Had some success. Dad's going to have a few words with him to give him kind of what he sees. I would personally, I would like to see him maybe play a little straighter with a little more ball speed.
Yeah. We got him. He's going to start the game here, so he's got another ball.
Oh, that looked good.
That looked really good. It might have been a situation the last ball he threw in the 10th kind of told him, hey, I need to go to that ball. Well, at least he's working at it.
Sometimes if you only get so many shots, right?
Oh, it's tough.
It's hard to decide where to play, what ball to throw.
Yeah, because you just feel like you're throwing away frames if you switch, you make the wrong choice.
That's the advantage of having a game under your belt on this pair.
Yeah.
That ball's inside. Oh, and it held. Wow. Now J.C. Smith here. They're up 37 pins here in the match. Ball comes in high. Fortunate to leave just the 6. And a good cover. Well, if JC and Mike can continue to fill frames, they're going to force Christian and Jordan to string some strikes.
Sure. You know, strike here is huge.
Oh, kind of a half 10 there. Good spare. Unfortunately for Jordan and Christian,
they don't make up any pins.
Yeah, they need strikes. Oh, 2 in a row.
That's a confidence booster right there.
You're right. That is exactly what he needed to see at that particular moment. Now you feel like you can get your feet settled in.
Yeah.
Now you're just focusing on repeating.
Miken's not even watching his opponent. JC has to say, "You're up."
You know, and that remember, Mike Aulby would always say he never watched what his opponents were doing. Didn't want to know. Didn't want to see a break. Didn't want to see anything.
No, you bowl your own game.
Oh. Miken's got some.
Yeah.
He's got some room in and out a little bit, and the ball is still doing what he's needing to do. It's getting 10 pins. Now, JC looking for their first double of the game. Oh, and she gets a great shot there. That keeps the pressure on Christian and Jordan. Down 47, can cut the deficit to 37 with a strike. Good shot.
Yeah.
He's been solid,
he has.
Chad.
He's hit his pockets every shot. And the only thing he's left, 10 pins, if he hasn't struck.
Now, Again, Jordan, string 3 in a row for himself here on the right lane.
Looks good.
Oh, solid 10. Beautiful shot there
yeah,
from Jordan.
It was.
So frustrating as a bowler.
Mm-hmm.
When you know you have to have it and you throw it like that and you don't get rewarded. So tough. All right, all you can do is just make the spare here.
Gotta make it. There you go.
Probably if Jordan had anything back would be the 2 spares he missed in game 1, right?
Right, yeah.
Because if you make those, I mean, you're talking less than a 15-pin deficit here. That's water under the bridge. All you can focus now is what's in front of you. And unfortunately, JC and Mike are lined up. Oh.
And they have not faced that much adversity all day outside of that second game of the first match.
I mean, just the carry that Mikan has right now is phenomenal. He's
gotta
gotten the flush hits, he's gotten the half hits, and then he's gotten the messengers. Yeah. Not much you can do. Tip your cap to that.
Yeah, they've been in absolute control.
Boy, now JC here. 3-bagger working, right lane.
It's in. Oh.
Another 4-pin. But you know, when you're a bowler and you're getting those kind of carries, you're loving life. I mean, that's when it's the most fun. Boy, your arm swing is so loose.
You feel like you just can't miss.
That needs to hook. Okay.
That pin's been a challenge this game, or this match.
Now Christian here, left lane, needs a strike.
Yes. Oh,
see?
He didn't like it, but it held.
But there's some hold on that lane.
Yeah.
It's amazing how different the left lane is to the right lane right now.
And it's really because of the style of bowlers that's been on those lanes. You know, Mikan's been on it all day, or all these matches. That looks good. Oh, slapped out the 10 that time. It's a big double right there.
He gets that one in the 5th frame, and it's a totally different game right now. Still, they got a max score of 259. Unfortunately, their opponents are on the same max score pace.
Oh. They just will not let them in every time. You know, Jordan throws that double there, and then he's thinking, please don't strike. It gives us
They're
something.
just looking for any opportunity,
yeah.
right? Mikan has been so solid today. Unbelievable bowling here from this duo here now. JC looking to solidify this lead. Ooh. Oh, what a great shot there in the 8th. Still not over yet. Must strike here in the 8th and 9th frames for the team of Christian and Jordan. Christian up first, left lane. Oh, what a trip of the 4 there.
Right.
I thought he got just a hair soft with the speed on that.
At this point, they need some help. especially if Jordan strikes here.
This strike here, Chad, though, still forces JC and Mike in to fill frames.
Uh-oh, footing problem. Is it? Oh, he still struck.
Oh, great shot there.
All right, it comes down to this 9th and 10th, really.
Probably thinking, I wish I would have thrown that earlier.
Yeah, he might be thinking that later on tonight.
Still, they cannot afford any hiccups here. 9th frame, double working. He caught a lot of that one.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, did he
nice
catch a lot
shot.
of that one? That was so good off the hand there.
Well, I think a mark here would lock it up.
Yep, any type of mark wins this tournament for Smith and Haybarger.
Oh.
And JC comes in a little heavy, leaving the 6-10. Little work to do here. Spare strike 237. They cannot lose. She just needs to mark here. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your winner.
There's your winner.
Solid finish
all day
for the team of Smith and Habegger. They will win the Storm Baker doubles, running the stepladder here
in dominating fashion. I mean, like I said a little bit ago, the only adversity they had was that second game of the first match where it got kind of close.
227, 237 for a 464 total. And think about it, they go 424, 491, 464.
Yeah, they just...
Great shot there from Christian.
They bowled a really good game this game. It was just all, it's going to boil down to that first game, just, you know, Jordan not being able to get lined up right away, and he missed a couple spares. And overall, they have nothing to be disappointed about. They bowled good all day.
Great sportsmanship, too. It's always nice to see the camaraderie that the high school players have amongst themselves.
Oh, yeah.
All right, going to be a 248 finish here with a spare for a 438 total. But your winners of the 2023 Storm Baker doubles are J.C. Smith and Maiken Habegger. We'll be back here with the award presentations and maybe a word or two with the champions right after this.
All right, our 4th place finishers for this year's Storm Youth Bakers Doubles Challenge from the Indianapolis East Conference. We have Donnie Sutton and Nathan Dans. They've left already. We will make sure that they get their awards. Our 3rd place finishers are Alexa Escamilla and Trevor Thompson. Our runner-ups for this year from the Indianapolis South Conference, Jordan Bowerly and Christian Luna. And this year's champions, J.C. Smith and Maiken Habegger. They will receive the Eagle trophies as well as a Storm bowling ball of their choice.
All right, down with our champions here, Maiken and JC. You guys run the stepladder. Unbelievable bowling. Both of you were lined up. First, I want to know who decided what lanes you're going to bowl on, and then the strategy of who starts and who finishes. Maiken, you want to go first?
It was more JC's dad. I felt comfortable in the left lane. She felt comfortable in the right lane, and we talked about it. And then that's when I said I'll go in the left lane and she would go in the right lane. And we were usually just going off of I'd bowl the second frame. So when we started, that's how we just went. So she would go first and I'd go second, and then it carried on.
Well, JC, you were really lined up there. The 4-pin was a little stubborn there for a while, but boy, when you needed to throw strikes, you were solid all day long.
Yeah. I was just like trying to be consistent with my mark. I am not always consistent, but just trying to make sure that I am consistent on my line. And then when needed, a spare is always used. So.
Well, you guys bowled great. You had a little bit of right and left, it looked like, on lane 3. That really kind of got you going, and you seemed very comfortable. The arm swing was really loose.
Yeah, I felt really comfortable after the first match.
Well, I have one question. Who decided on you two being partners?
Okay, last year, our parents set it up. So, and then we just continued the pass because we finished 6th last year, and this year, obviously, we won. So I'm just kind of glad that I chose him, and I'm glad we stuck with being partners this year.
All right, well, congratulations to you both. Our winners, once again, Mike Habegger and J.C. Smith, your champions of the Storm Baker Doubles here from Michael's Arrowhead Bowl. We'll see you for more bowling and high school bowling. Maybe we'll see these two in the state finals here in February on Savage Bowling TV. So long, everyone.